Don't blink, folks, because this game could be over before you know it. Welcome to today's 5-over exhibition match. I'm your host, Mark Nicholas, and though the distance might be short, the game is long on excitement. This is a hard surface, and it looks to me as if it'll have even bounce and good carry through to the wicket-keeper. I'd be batting first if I won this toss. One of those tosses that didn't really matter. On balance, I think they're happy to bat first. It's a beautiful pitch and will stay that way throughout the whole day.
So we're all ready for the first ball of the innings.
You almost sense how much he loves to thread the ball through the cover region. It's pretty tough for the bowlers on a pitch like this. There doesn't seem to be any margin for error.
Marvellous stuff. Oh, what a catch.
That's not a great stroke. It's almost as if he lost concentration.
This was how the wicket fell. Greenwich is the new batsman. Greenwich waiting at the striker's end. And well taken.
The fielder did very well there. He made it look easy, but actually it was a whole lot more difficult than it looked. It's been a world-class piece of bowling out there today.
That's a duck for Greenwich.
It is a long old walk back when you've made a duck. Quack, quack.
The next batsman is Wiseman. Stopped in the covers.
Well, we'll see some fielding changes now that those restrictions are lifted. Remember that a minimum of 4 players have to remain inside the ring.
That has to be close. The umpire says not out. There's never a chance the umpire would give that out.
Well, I don't think it was ever going to be out, so why they bother to appeal? Not out, and a good decision too.
The batsman was in trouble with that delivery. Expertly held.
Very safely done. He's got soft hands, his eyes were level, crucially held onto as well.
English goes for a duck.
Well, he wasn't out in the middle for long, he didn't trouble the scorers, and neither did he trouble us.
Let's see the action. Smith comes in at number 4. I won't like that one little bit. He's worked that into the gap.
You just don't see it played much better than that. Marvellously well played.
These will be leg byes. Umpires signalling that as leg byes. That looked really nasty. I'll be surprised if we see him again in this innings. There it goes. Hopeful shout, and the batsman was easily in. They've turned that into 2, that's good running. There should be some runs here. The sweeper picks up. Foolish running, that's simply throwing wickets away.
Oh, that's just a waste. What a terrible waste of a wicket. Desperately bad communication by the batsman out there. Oh, that's a long walk back when you failed.
This was how the innings ended for Wiseman.
Huge! That is huge!
That is one of the better catches you are ever likely to see. This was how the wicket fell. Smith to face an over of spin. What a marvellous shot.
He'd have enjoyed that. Perfectly timed and 4 from the moment it left the bat. Here's Michael Hussey.
Steered expertly into the gap, fielded by the man out long on. He's not a good judge of a run, is he?
Yes, lovely stroke. What a beauty. And how would have he enjoyed that? Never mind the fielder, the bloke in row 10's got the best chance of catching that. Now that came right out of the middle of the bat. Ah, well, everything was in the right place there, and it raced away to the boundary.
Oh, that's a really superb shot. Let's see the action replay of that. Hardly seemed to hit that, yet it sailed over the ropes.
That is massive. Hello there, welcome back. What a contest we've got here today. In the commentary box for you is Richie Bennett.
Thanks, Mark. Well, that one will wake him up a bit. That's gone high in the air. Beautiful piece of fielding, that. That was really well judged. It went a long way up.
It took an age to come down. It came down with snow on it.
Mitchell gets his first wicket. He's gone for a duck.
He's back in the pavilion, and there's a big round 0 alongside his name.
There it goes. They've turned that into 2. That's good running. That's cleared the boundary. 6 runs.
No, the bowler won't be happy about that. The fielding restrictions have now been lifted.
Superb shot, that. Right off the middle. Never looked like being a run there.
Well, they got themselves in a right pickle out there, and look at the price they've paid.
This was how the wicket fell.
good. He can't miss straight balls, not at this level. That is as comprehensive an end as you'll see.
He's gone for a duck.
The first baller, all the way for that one ball.
I think he'll be okay. It'll sting a little though. Six.
Exciting player. There's risk in that stroke, but it is maximum.
That was a shot straight out of the coaching manual.
Oh, that's a gift, just a gift, and this guy's too good to ignore gifts like that.
That's straight up in the air. That was well held. It was in the air a long time.
Now have a look at this again. That is a good example of how to take a catch.
We can have a look at that again. Big shout for that one. Not out.
Oh, I think that's just missing off stump. Close.
Let's see the action replay of that. Super catch, and there's a fielder under it.
Well, that's a lazy shot, you know. What a waste.
He's gone for a duck.
Well, he hasn't troubled the scorers with that knock.
Easy catch.
Straight down the fielder's throat. That's incredible. Straight down his throat. He didn't have to move an inch.
He's gone for a duck.
It is a long old walk back when you've made a duck. Quite, quite.
He's winded, but I think he'll be okay to continue. Oh, comprehensively bowled.
Oh, the bowler's made a terrible mess of the stumps.
He's gone for a duck.
That's a vital wicket, and of course the tail is exposed.
We can have a look at that again. It's high in the air. A good catch from Greenwich.
Brilliantly taken by the fielder, brilliant. He's backed up the bowler at a time when it was most needed.
He's gone for a duck.
Well, he wasn't out in the middle for long, he didn't trouble the scorers, and neither did he trouble us.
Let's see the action replay of that.
Well, a player of this quality just doesn't miss out on opportunities like that. Onto it in a flash.
That was 4 the moment it left his bat.
Oh, he picked that up beautifully. Quite beautifully. He has smashed that a long, long way. That is great to watch for the neutral, not so good for the bowler. Effortless, brilliant, and maximum.
And that is an impressive shot.
Oh, there's a demoralising sight for any bowler. The ball is just sailing over the fence. Well, he hardly seemed to hit it, and it's 6. Oh, they've got it. That sews it up. Victory today in this limited overs fixture. It's goodbye from Richie and from me, Mark Nicholas. We bid you farewell and hope you'll join us in the future.